Good morning. The next secondary cell is nickel cadmium cell. It is also rechargeable cell, but it is more expensive than lead storage cell. But it has some advantages. It is compact, it is lighter, it has long life, and it can be used in portable and cordless apparatus. Now, in this cell, anode is cadmium and the cathode is a metal grid made up of nickel oxide. The electrolyte used is KOH. The chemical reaction takes place, oxidation of cadmium takes place, and the reduction of NiO2 takes place. It is cadmium plus 2 NiOH whole thrice. Then it is converted into cadmium oxide to NiOH whole twice plus water. The next cell is fuel cell. In this cell, the energy of fuel like hydrogen, methane, methanol is converted in the form of electrical energy. This cell consists of two carbon electrodes. These are porous in nature. On this, catalyst like platinum or palladium is incorporated. This cell has a property. It will keep on working unless and until we keep on supplying reactants. In this hydrogen oxygen cell, hydrogen works as a anode and the oxygen works as a cathode. The oxidation of anode takes place and hydrogen is converted in the form of water. Reduction of oxygen takes place and it is converted in the form of hydroxyline. This cell was used in Apollo rocket. It is having efficiency 70%. This cell is pollution free and it can be used continuously when we keep on supplying reactant. The reactants are not being present inside the cell. The third topic is corrosion. Corrosion is a slow eating of metal by gases or water vapor present in air. You know many examples of corrosion. You have studied that in class 10th. Tarnishing of silver, rusting of iron, formation of a green coating at the surface of copper or bronze. If I see the mechanism of corrosion, the surface of iron acts as a only carrier for the chemical reaction taking place. The rough surface of iron is thick. There should be presence of moisture and oxygen. The oxidation of iron takes place. It is converted in the form of Fe2 positive. At cathode, the carbon dioxide and water dissolved in moisture is converted into carbonic acid. This carbonic acid provides hydrogen. Similarly, the breaking of water takes place. It is converted in the form of hydrogen ion and hydroxyline. The reduction of hydrogen ion takes place. These hydrogen combine with oxygen to give water. The iron is converted in the form of Fe2 positive. Further, its oxidation takes place and it is converted in the form of Fe3 positive. Then there is a formation of a hydrated iron oxide which is known by the name of rust. This corrosion can be prevented first by barrier protection. In this barrier protection, a barrier is put between that of a moisture, between oxygen present in the air. We can paint the surface. We can put a layer of any reactive metal like chromium, aluminium at the surface. We can add oil or grease at the surface. Then there is a sacrificial protection. In the sacrificial protection, the surface of iron is covered with that of a more reactive metal like zinc, and this is known by the name of galvanization. Then it is a electrical protection. This protection is used for protecting ships and underground pipes. A block of magnesium is connected with iron pipes. The corrosion taking place at the more reactive metal magnesium and the pipes of iron will be prevented. We can use anti-rust solution like bisphenol. Certain substances which are known by the name of anti-rust substances can be only put at the surface of iron and we can prevent them by rusting. This chapter ends at this topic. You prepare the chapter. There will be any surprise check and test in the next week.